Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we will discuss a very important topic from second year computer science chapter number 8, errors in C. This is very important long question. So let's start our today's topic. Before discussing what errors are, let's see what is source code, object code and translators. We study C language in second year. The program written in C language is called source code. Source code is that code that is easily understandable by the humans, but of course we need to write and compile our programs onto the computer. Computer can only understand binary language, and the code written in binary language is called object code. We have some translators that translates source code into object code. We write our programs in source code, then compiler will translate our program into object code. While translating, compiler can detect some errors. Only compiler usually detect errors in C language. So let's see what these errors are. Errors are also called bugs. In programming language, if we have some errors, we call them bugs. And the process of finding and removing these errors is called debugging. एक दफ़ा दोबारा सुन लें. जो errors हमारे पास आएंगी, these errors are called bugs, and to find those errors and remove them from our program is called debugging. Okay, these are three types of errors we may face during our programming. Number one is syntax error, number two is logical error, and the third one is runtime error. Let's see in detail one by one. Syntax error. Syntax error is usually known as grammatical error. If we are typing something, every language has its own syntax, its own grammar. For example, we have grammar in English, qawaid in Urdu. Similarly, there is a specific syntax of C language. If we don't follow that syntax, if we do some mistakes in that syntax, so this is called grammatical error, syntax error. What is this error? This error is usually done while we type our program. It is very easy to find because compiler detect these errors quite easily. For example, there is a function we use in C language that is printf, but while typing we misspelled it and we write it printf. So compiler will not compile this program and it will give us a syntax error. And of course we will remove that error and we again will compile the program and it will be compiled inshallah. Okay, moving to the second one, logical error. Logic. Every program has a different logic that follows an algorithm. Every program has a different algorithm. If we mistake in that algorithm, if there is a mistake, so we cannot compile our program. The program will be compiled, but it will not give us correct result. It is very difficult to find because compiler cannot detect it. Have to revisit whole program. How we can detect this error? We will see a wrong answer, then we will come back to the program and we will revisit the program and we will check, okay, there is some mistake, then we will find it. For example, if we were asked to type a plus b, we need to add two numbers in our program, but we mistakenly typed a minus b. There is no syntax error. Program can also subtract and it can also be used to add numbers. So this error will be known as logical error. Compiler will not detect this error. We will have to revisit our program to detect this error and remove it from the program. On to the last one, runtime error. Runtime, it's obvious from the name, the program will be compiled. We will see this error during the runtime. When we are writing the program, it's compiled, and this is editing the program, then we compile it and we see the runtime screen where program is executed. But we may face some problems, some errors at runtime. These are known as runtime error. What is a runtime error? When we try to do an illegal operation, the syntax is good, the algorithm is good, but that operation is not allowed in computer. Then program will be compiled, but error will occur at runtime. Garbage answer will be shown on the screen that will tell us that of course there is some mistake in our program. For example, if we divide a number by 0, the syntax is good, we can divide two numbers, but while dividing, if we gave like 5 divided by 0, though Of course, it's not allowed in the computer, in the mathematics. We cannot divide a number by 0. This type of error is known as runtime error. Now, to revise this topic, how you approach this question in your paper. First of all, you will explain what are errors. Then you will explain what is debugging. Of course, bugs are called errors. The process of finding and removing errors are called debugging. Then we will write there are 3 different types of errors: syntax error, logical error, and runtime error. These are 3 different types of errors. Then we will explain each type with example one by one. Syntax error is the one where we have done grammatical mistake in the syntax. Second one was logical error, where we have done mistake in our algorithm. And the last one, runtime error, where we have done some illegal operation. The most easiest of them to be find is syntax error, and the most toughest error to be found is logical error. Hope it explains everything. Thank you very much. If there is still any query, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. You have it with your groups, in your class groups. Thank you very much, students. Take care. Allah Hafiz.